Gentlemen, this is your host, Jania Butler, for the New American Perspective. And I got my dapper cousin, co-host, AB Butler, in the house for the G Check today. What's up, cousin?
Yeah, what's up?
How you doing?
My got a little light cold, but I'm here.
Yeah. You had hit the road with your artist, Soraya, the artist, right?
Yes, yes,
Did
yes.
her thing this weekend. Tell us a little
Well,
bit about it.
oh man, Sarai is incredible. She went to North Carolina, black back on the block in Raleigh, North Carolina. Shout out to Gabby and her mother, Sandra. They doing a wonderful job down there, giving back to the black community, trying to get everybody back to support each other, and then, they doing a great thing down there in Raleigh, North Carolina. So next time they had the next one, hopefully it's the first one they had down there in Raleigh. So hopefully it'll be bigger and better next year. More talent, more people come out, vendors, everything. So Sarai killed it.
That's what's up. That's all that counts. Shout out to Soraya, the artist. Look forward to having you on the show and breaking some definite music with you, young lady. So, cousin, I know you have been around for the last week. So New York has been talking about, they've been having Mamdani fever, Mamdani meltdowns, Mamdani is now the mayor elect of New York City. Congratulations to Mr. Mamdani, 34-year-old Democratic socialist, will be heading up New York City January 1st. But, cousin, first, on January 1st, the police, the NYPD, has decided that they are going to meet him where he is at, and 5,000 NYPD officers will be resigning on January 1st, effective 2026. Okay. And so 5,000 officers down. So basically, New York is going to be policeless for a while. Now, Mamdani has talked about replacing social workers in place of some of these police officers, because the police officers may not have the social skills to work with domestic violence stuff. And so he wants to put social workers in place of the police. What's your thoughts on that, cousin?
Well, it's a G check. We got phones, we got social media, we got YouTube, we got everything. Police don't want to conversate. They don't want to. They don't want to help. Their job is to help the community. Years and years, going and going. It just seemed like the police officers is there to kill us. They're not there to help us. So he might have a point where we might need social workers to find out what's going on, because there's a lot of mental illness people out here in this world that really
Maybe
need.
if the social worker is accompanying the police officer to, once the police officer says, this is a safe condition, there's nothing to worry about, but I don't want them bringing a pen to a gunfight.
Well,
Okay.
listen. Well, they've been bringing a gun to every fight.
True.
Let's look at it that way. That's a G check.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, why on our behalf we always don't get the communication on their
What do you mean the
behalf?
communication?
Well, when it's a white man involved, some they get the communication, they get the talk, the hamburger, and all that. With us, we get the gunplay. It's no talking.
Right. Then
So,
this is what
so
I call the urban dilemma. The common distasteful physical, emotional, or mental trauma. People are going through a trauma. When they see us, when they see black folks, they start stereotyping us, and then they react. And I think that is actually a disease that's happening, and that, I think that the police officers need to be trained as social workers, and vice, and not a social worker. I'm a social worker. I'm not answering the 911 call, right? There's people out in the street. You got homeless services, you got BRC, you got the dope fund, you got everything. But that's what's happening right now. So 5,000 police officers are resigning effective January 1st, including the I guess it's the union representative or somebody. But okay, so let's talk about the
Hold up,
government shutdown.
one more thing. This is a G
Mhm.
check. So the ones that's resigning is those the members of the Ku Klux Klan undercover.
Probably
That's a
because
G
they don't
check.
want to work for a Muslim
That's a G
socialist.
check.
That's
That's
a
a
G
G
check.
check. You ain't
Yeah,
gotta say no more. That's a G check.
well, it's a they don't want to work for a Muslim socialist.
Yeah.
Let me share us if you're watching us on uh YouTube or Facebook, tap in with us, ask us some questions. We are here. I'm about to share on my page, but we also need to talk about the government shutdown. Okay. So right now, the government is still shut down, but the 8 Senate Democrats crossed the line. So now for the last 40 days, what's been happening is that the government has been shut down because the Democrats, who have no power in the House or Senate, they're outnumbered. They felt as though that this was their only chance to get leverage. That was their talking point word, to get leverage over the Trump administration and everything that they were doing. So they held up the election. They held up the government for the last 40 days to the point where it passed the 30 days and people actually didn't get their food stamps. The TSA people that work at the airports, the air traffic controllers, they all went without pay for the last 40 days because the people in the government that we elected to fight for us and to be able to push these conversations decided that they weren't going to go to work. They're going to get paid. They took a 40-day vacation and then blamed it on each other. So I think they were just tired and they just didn't want to go to work and do stuff, but they blamed it on each other. I believe that the Democrats, because they didn't have a power, what they're looking for is the tax credits for the Affordable Care Act. And the Republicans are saying, hey, look, we don't care about the Affordable Care Act because it's named the Affordable Care Act now under Biden, but they knew that this was going to balloon. So if you have insurance, the mandatory insurance in the country, you have what Obama was called Obamacare, right? And so now they call it the Affordable Care Act, took the Obama off of it, but they knew that these premiums were going to double. They knew that this was going to happen. And that's why the Republicans didn't want to deal with it the first time, right? But they pushed it. They pushed it. They told everybody. They warned everybody that this was happening. Okay. They warned everybody against that. And then now they're going to balloon in December 31st. After December 31st, everybody is going to, after December 31st, everybody is going to get um a new premium, and they probably paying um they're probably paying about
Let me give you a G
uh
check, cuz. Tell them to stop calling you. You on live right now.
if I can,
Yeah, it's a G check, cuz.
how am I going to tell them to stop calling when I'm talking?
A G check
So
is,
anyway,
1 to 2
so
o'clock, then they
I did
start
it. I did
calling
it.
you.
I did it. Don't worry.
Put on the airplane mode.
Um, right. I didn't get a chance to do that yet. So the Affordable Care Act is now going to explode, and people that paid maybe $500 are now going to pay $2,000 a month for their health care, and they can't afford it. And so what the Democrats are trying to do, they tried to throw that back to the Republicans and saying, "Oh, the Republicans want the health care," but it was them from the beginning. So I don't know where we're going with this. Or should the Republicans care that the Democrats set the people up like this? What do you think? Cuz that was Obama.
Well, let
That
me
was
G check.
Obamacare.
Let me G check this way. You could G check your phone, right?
Yes, please.
But at the end of the day, like I always say, and I'm gonna stick with it.
Uh-huh.
The Congress, the senators, I really think it should be a bill for these people because they've been getting away with this game for a long time.
Hmm.
And we keep saying, oh, we need to vote to get these people in office, but they in office already.
Hmm.
So what is we voting to get new people in the office for what? You know what I mean? Because you got the grandfather clocks, it's still they still got their hats on and ain't nothing changed. You gotta remember it don't matter Democrat, Republican. They two they no different than the other.
Right.
They
Yeah.
both at the end of the day, this is a G check.
Hmm.
They both human beings,
Hmm.
both scam artists.
Hmm.
That's a G check.
Right.
So we keep fronting like, oh man, we gonna get this red in, we gonna get this blue in, it's gonna be better.
You're right.
Nah, it's not gonna get better. It just showed you we in a place that we call American dream. Right now, this is a G check. We need to call this American nightmare.
Why do you call it a nightmare?
Look at it. Look at it. We go to Canada, healthcare is free. We go to Colombia, healthcare is free. We in America where they say this is America dream. It's American nightmare because American dream is the way they turn it. American dream is it's American dollar right now. Greed. That's what this American is about. It's not about our people
Right.
sticking together,
Right.
helping one another. It's about who got more. And I say this, and I'm the first man to say this. How can you get the suck the blood out of a skeleton? And that's what America is. They trying to be the first to suck some blood out of a skeleton. So
100%.
so at the end of the day, peeps, we could say we could vote whoever we want. And the ones that's not voting, they sit there saying, if I would have voted for this, this is what's happening. It's nothing changed. Nothing changed no matter who we get in the House, who we get in the White House, who we get in the Senator, who we get in the Congress, the mayor. It don't matter. These people is human beings. Greed. That's all they know. Is they
So do
really
you think that
let no
they should get paid for, do you think that the Congress who didn't work for 40 days and the other people that um the air traffic controllers and everybody else who didn't get paid, do you think that Congress should get paid because they got paid during this time that they were not fighting each other?
see once again, this is just like the justice system. The air controller, the people at the airport, those the black people. The ones in the White House got paid. That's it's saying right there. Justice. There's no justice. Either way we look at it, we still gonna get the short end of the stick till we
Well,
open our eyes, people.
I'm optimistic about whether we can get the short end of the stick. But we're going to take a break and